That's not the right video. Welcome one, welcome all to episode 294 of the Xbox Expansion Pass. I'm your host, Luke Lohr, the Insipid Ghost. Today, not joined by one Captain Logan, instead joined by my cast co-op brethren, Mr. Ainsley Bowden and Mr. Joseph Moran, each of their own respective outlets, Season Gaming and the Trophy Room, as it goes. We're going to talk about video games. That's my intro for today. I even clicked the wrong video. I don't know, fellas.
How we doing? Not botch that intro, dude.
The boys are back in town.
I know,
That's
right?
Cast Co-op is back-ish. Welcome to XEP, everybody.
I'm doing great, man. I got good problems. I think Jesse Norris and I have the same issue because I saw a post of his. It's like, yeah, it's kind of what it feels like. It's like swamped with like good problems of like having a lot of games to review and cover and talk about. So like I have the good problem of having to put down Yote for something else. And then, dude, we played like 5 hours straight of Battlefield the other night. It was nice.
Yeah, so you guys on.
We're totally back. We're totally back. It's good to be back. What about you, dude?
Ains?
Oh, same problem. Yeah, it's time is at a premium. I haven't even touched Yote yet because of all the other games. It's too much to cover. Luckily, got a crew that's doing a lot of the coverage, but it's wild, man. I stayed up till 2 a.m. playing Battlefield. I'm real tired. But yeah, these are good problems to have. The gaming industry's crushing it right now in terms of games. That is. So, yeah.
That's the weird. First of all, it's good to see you both, and thank you for joining me today. Real talk. Our hilariously bad opening, my hilariously bad opening aside, it's good to see you guys. We haven't been able to do cast co-op, so this was like a great alternative. We've been trying to make this happen for a few days now, or a few weeks now. So glad to have you guys here. Logan is off enjoying a theme park with his girlfriend, which is fantastic. Cool. That's the benefit of finally being in the same town, so they get to go do things, which is awesome. But like we always start with words of kindness. You guys made my gaming week better, straight up, because we finally get to hang out and talk. And you're right. The problem now is like we're in this season where like Hollow Knight Silksong feels like weeks and weeks and months ago. Now Battlefield has launched. Everybody's playing it. Ghost of Yote is out for first party for PlayStation. That's crazy. We're on the eve of Ninja Gaiden, Outer Worlds, Keeper for Xbox, and so many third party. Like it's weird because we're all very doom and gloom, especially on the Xbox side of town. But there's so many good games to play. Just so many good games to play.
Yeah, I'm a broken record by saying worst year for video game news, best year for video games. That's the feeling. It's like there's a lot of like doom and gloom out there, but when you get down to like the games we've been playing, there's been nothing but like stellar games every other week, it seems, at this point, So
it's wild. I was telling Luke just before we started that Borderlands and Battlefield are two of my favorite franchises for different reasons. Battlefield with friends, Borderlands with family and friends, and getting two of them back to back is wild because I'm over 200 hours in Borderlands already.
Are you seriously already?
Yeah, because I put 90 for the review, and then I've done another 110 hours plus after that. And then Battlefield, I played for 8.5 hours yesterday. I was off of work. I stayed up till 2, like just living the best life of gaming, which is really nice. But trying to figure out how to cover everything and support the team to cover everything is also very hard because there's just gaming PR right now, as you guys know, it's ridiculous. It's like 150 emails a day, and trying to keep up with it is impossible. And I feel bad for the smaller studios because they honestly just don't stand a chance. If your game's like unknown right now, it's really hard to break through.
No, you nailed it. Because I get a fraction of the emails you do, and it's still a lot, right? XEP, a much smaller outlet than Season Gaming and even the Trophy Room, and still I'm like, I don't have time for this one. I don't know how we get to this one. Like it's remarkable. I will tell you guys early in the episode, and I'll point everybody. Last night, I interviewed the game director and design director for The Outer Worlds 2 Huge honor. I did every Obsidian game launching this year. I got to interview every team, which to me is a huge feather in the cap. Prior to going live, I just told one of the PR people that's certainly had to take some hits lately. I was like, hey, appreciate you. I know you're having to go through a lot right now, and a worthwhile response of like, at least we get to talk about great games. And like it wasn't a PR response. It was like legitimately next to any of the frustrating news that might be happening, there's a lot of great games happening. And like, that's a feeling. So yeah. Oof.
No doubt. Yeah. Congrats on that, by the way. That's awesome.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. It's a huge honor. And it's like Obsidian's one of those teams as well, which, yeah, you've crushed it covering that. Jeez Louise.
Thanks.
Where it's like, they're just the workhorse of Xbox right now, man. They've totally crushed it this year. You know,
they're the Insomniac of Xbox.
100%. 100%. So yeah, no, it's great. And then like to see, you know, at the same exact time, the PR blunders still happening out of whatever the heck is going on. Would you want to get into the first little bit of like news that I found interesting? And actually, since Ains is here, we can kind of get into
problems with the OT. Is that what we're talking about?
Exactly. You know, they're putting ladies in games now. Do you guys understand that?
Good gracious. Are you kidding me?
Dude.
What is the world coming to?
Well, I hope they know what sells. I'll tell you that.
I got a meme to share.
Yeah, we can start there. And let's make sure we talk, because I do want to hear about Battlefield. I know that's a huge topic. I'm so excited to play Battlefield. So I do want to talk Battlefield. I do want to talk about all the games coming out for sure. But yeah, what would you find that you want to chat about?
Okay, so we have the Halo expert Ainsley Bowden here.
Before we start talking about that, I just thought I'd interrupt and yell real loud. We don't know anyone on a podcast that does that. No, I just felt like somebody needed to hear that. I want to give a shout out to everybody in chat real quick. Rick Davis is in there. Silkinet's in there. Gentle Stone's in there. Great to see Clutch Quando. Freight Conductor.
Jose.
The Nerd Chat. Jose is in here. Good to see you.
Right.
Our buddy Herman is in there. And X Bacon Gaming is in the house.
Hell yeah.
Pardon my interruption. I hope another person hears how rude it is to just interrupt people, you know? Crazy.
Tell Rick Davis I started Kronos.
I started Kronos. Yeah. And huge shout out to my buddy Grayson Gooding. Boys, I need you to know this is one of the most important people in my life. Hugely proud of this human being. Did you play the Battlefield open beta? Yes, I did. Yes, these gentlemen did. We also. Oh, sorry, you didn't play it? Ains,
I was in England. I couldn't play.
Oh, that's Oi there, governor.
That's terrible. Don't do that again.
Oi, governor.
What do you mean this accent's terrible?
Grayson, to answer your question, massive Battlefield fans. All of us own it.
Yes.
And I got my code a couple days ago. Playing that one. And I know that they put in some time last night, which we are going to talk about that and sales numbers in a bit.
So good.
But yeah, Joe, what did you find on your to play list, my friend? Or to talk about list?
Yeah. First off, my words of kindness, I have none. All right. I'm a hollow shell of a man. So this news, it comes out of Halo. And I found this from Xbox Era. The veteran Halo Studios, previous 343, has left the studio. Apparently, the art lead, writing on LinkedIn, his name Glenn Israel, who was a Microsoft-owned studio for 17 years and served as Halo Infinite's art director. Following a rather ominous post, he was quoted as saying, "As of today, and after 17 long years, I am no longer contributing to the Halo universe. There is little more I can say for that moment, though I intend to share this particular story in its entirety when it's absolutely safe to do so next year. In the meantime, I have a message for everyone and anyone who needs to hear it." He continued, "I know the state of our industry seems dire, but never forget that you are, quote, free to choose. No illusion of security nor promise of wealth or fame or power is worth trading it away for your health, dignity, your ethics, or values. And no one can force you to stay strong, take evidence in when necessary, and find where you belong. As always, I'll be here when you need to talk." Also, Joe is bad at reading. So there you
go. You did pretty well, Captain Dyslexic. You really did.
I mean, that was fine.
Honestly, what threw me off was when you highlighted it, it's red and white, and I'm like, oh, this all about? Really? Anyway, so yeah, the lead art director of Halo Infinite seemingly gone over unknown reasons.
Ominous, man. Ominous.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been there since before they broke with Bungie, as
Yeah.
I understand it, a long time. Yeah, so I'll just say right up front, last year, maybe 2 years ago, right, I was really tied in behind the scenes as to what's going on in 343 before they went to Halo Studios and sharing information and things. To be quite honest with you up front, I kind of got out of that. So, I can speak to it from a Halo fan's perspective.
Yeah,
Obviously, if Jason's writing something on it, you should listen to that. But I can just say, I'll say my piece about this in the fact of I don't think anyone, really knows what happened here. But what does disappoint me, and we saw this post Infinite, is that I don't think Xbox, I ranted about this on Bitcast a little bit last week, Joe, is I don't think Xbox is learning the lessons they need to learn with how they manage their studios. And it feels like we keep circling back to the same conversation of they rely on a ton of contractors. And it's not just Xbox, tons of the gaming industry does this, but they rely on a ton of contractors. It's what damaged Infinite. It's what damaged Forza Motorsport. It's damaged countless other games in their portfolio and other games across the industry. And I think I had hoped that with games like Baldur's Gate 3 and Larian, I'm sure there's other examples I'm going to forget right at the moment. I had hoped that some of these, Hades 2, Silk Song, which is, small team over at Team Cherry, but bigger team made the game, but small core team. I would hope that some lessons would be learned that would keep some of these bigger studios away from the kind of corporate capitalistic nonsense that we see. Sadly, I don't think that's the case. And I got to be honest with you, as excited as I am at the prospect of a Halo CE remake in Unreal 5, and then seeing obviously what Halo Studios is cooking up for next. If you don't know, Halo Worlds is week after next, 2 weeks from now, and they're going to show a teaser for that. As excited as I want to be, and I obviously am, it's sad to say out loud, I don't have a ton of faith that they're going to deliver timely and as competently as they could if they had different leadership in place. And that's frustrating to say as I sit here with my Halo Infinite keyboard and mouse and about 900 other Halo things around the room. It's just frustrating to see with such a gigantic IP that has so much value, it be screwed up so consistently over the past decade.
You nailed it right there, because I also have that same keyboard and mouse in front of me. You can see the sword and then the Infinite's Chief right there, one of several Infinite Chiefs that I have. Like it's one of those things that time and again leadership at Microsoft and Xbox have botched some of the legendary IPs in favor of live service elements, and it consistently stumbles. Some franchises lend themselves to being live service. Some IP lend themselves to being always online, ready to go. Some do not. And it's really frustrating, the forced integration of some of those things and what it costs studios. Halo Infinite is the best example of this. The botched, not a shared unified vision, botched the rollout of an otherwise good game. Could have gone on to be so much more. Potential wasted, I feel, because I love Infinite. Just potential wasted. And I don't have confidence either in whatever this remake is. Very curious and concerned for what might happen to it based on what I've seen from the Gears of War Reloaded. Like, what a weak and I don't know, flaccid attempt at remastering a great game. Very disappointing there. Counterpoint to that, Xbox, Microsoft Gaming now, has been releasing some great games. Doom the Dark Ages, great. Avowed, I really loved Avowed. Very interested to see how the reception is for this slew of kind of.
I think Outer Worlds 2 is going to be brilliant. I really do.
Yeah.
But I'm with you, man. I joked with someone the other day. I don't know about you guys, but for years, it's kind of ironic in a way that for years we heard Xbox is only Halo, Gears, and Forza. Halo, Gears, and Forza, right? For years.
I love Halo, Gears, and Forza.
Me too. Like, literally, that's why I was an Xbox fan. Like, those are my franchises, right? And it's like, you would have thought with all of the conversation, they would have at least, and all the money and all the time, they would have at least buoyed those 3 pedestal IPs
Mhm.
that built them this foundation. And look at what they've done with the 3 of those over the past decade. We
Mhm.
have Gears 5, which I liked Gears 5 a ton. I really
Same.
did. We haven't had a Gears in 7 years. We still don't know when we're ever going to get a sequel to Gears 5, which has left on a cliffhanger, by the way.
Mhm.
Halo Infinite left on a cliffhanger with probably the best story setup we've seen in Halo
Since
outside
Halo
of maybe
2, maybe
Wars or
3.
maybe,
Oh,
yeah,
Halo
I
Wars
mean,
story. Yeah, you're talking about outside of mainline. Yes.
just any, yeah, any Halo story. That's my point, right? Like Atriox is a badass. We're not getting that now. We don't even know what we're getting. Maybe
Mhm.
we get a follow-up to it in a different form, but that'll be again several years later.
Mhm.
Forza now Turn 10 has been downsized, and they're just playing the role of a support studio because Motorsport, they again botched a bit.
Botched
You know,
it.
I like it, but again, you know, it wasn't what it should have been. It's just I could rant about this for a while. It's very
Redfall,
frustrating.
Starfield, both fell.
They shut down Arcane. Like I'm not trying to go on a rant. It's just like it's just leadership stumbles, and it's
Mhm.
very, very frustrating. And if you look at Battlefield, to just bring this full circle, EA did the same thing for years. We know EA has their own problems, right? Anthem,
Right.
Battlefield, Dragon Age, BioWare, etc. What did they do for Battlefield 6? They grabbed Vince, the dude who doesn't miss, right? He just
Mhm.
doesn't miss. They put him over the whole damn thing, and they said, you have your resources, you have your studios, go fix Battlefield. And they
Mhm.
spent the last however many years, 4 or 5 years doing that, and look what happens.
Yep.
You get
Yeah.
750,000 concurrent on noon on a weekday at
Mhm.
launch. It's probably already sold millions and millions of copies. People
That
are
was
excited
just
through the
Steam,
roof.
right?
That was
Just
just
Steam.
Steam.
Just Steam, not consoles.
No. And it's just like, just support your good people and make good games. And
Mhm.
when they make good games and you make a ton of money from it, stop being so fucking greedy, excuse my language, and support more people, good people, and share the
Mhm.
wealth. Like it's really not that complicated. And the corporate
Yeah.
structure in these companies just pisses me off. And I'm done now.
Mhm.
Sorry.
No, I mean, no, I mean, you said everything I was gonna say, man. And like,
Sorry.
no, I can't help but echo it because it is, we're in this like, you know, this weird phase of video games right now where it seems like the old guard don't understand. It's like it's like they're the parents and they don't understand what's on the radio now and they're frustrated, and they can't replicate it, right?
Mhm.
Like they can't, and these other studios don't need. And I think this is a really important thing. They don't need to sell, you know, 9 million units, excuse me, just to break even, right? So like you could see a game that meets a moment like Claire Obscure Expedition 33, right? That sells 5 million units. And that's a huge success to that studio, huge
Mhm.
success to that publisher. But if that was Ubisoft and that's Assassin's Creed, that's a failure,
Right.
right? So you're getting these smaller hits from these smaller studios that are actually changing the culture of the AA, AAA space. While meanwhile, and it's everywhere, you're getting all these major publishers that are playing it safe, and because they're playing it safe and they're not taking those swings, and because of, yeah, like Ain said, greed and just whatever have you, they're not meeting the moment as they once used to. And
Mhm.
I think the frustration here is there is a balance of like, hey, you know, business and artistry, but
Mhm.
you also have to trust your creatives. And at the same exact time, those creatives have to foster an environment to grow other creatives to be the directors. So like, you know, Miyazaki, Neil Druckmann as well. Like those are
Praise
two
be.
that say, praise be to Miyazaki. First off, never made that game. But like,
Who is this
you know,
guy?
I'm
Sorry, I
just
couldn't help it. I couldn't help it.
Yeah, no, go to hell. But like those are two creatives that are outwardly spoken of like, hey, listen, I want to make less games and I want to grow the next generation of creative directors. And I think
Mhm.
that's awesome. And I think we absolutely need more of that. But it's just sad to see where, you know, to echo Ains as well. It's like it's sad to see where Halo is. I get it, PlayStation guy, but Halo is one of my favorite franchises ever. It's probably the most important game to me in terms of how it shaped me as a gamer. And you know, it seems like they're just like, hey, let's throw some AI in here for the art assets. And you know, this person was like, after 17 years, I've made my money. No. You know, I don't need to.
The sadder part too is the art direction in Infinite was stunning. It was
Stunning.
like it was perfect. Like that's what Halo fans wanted.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so, seeing him leave over just, let's be honest, it's Microsoft. What's their latest thing? They're super interested in AI. And not to say that it doesn't have a role to play in anything. I think it does.
Absolutely.
But to say, hey, we're going to replace main assets, or we're just going to create assets to put in the main game. Well, that just sucks. Right.
No, I mean, you said it. And it's funny because when you look at corporate cultures that are influencing the art output and selling art, look at the horror industry. How many Friday the 13th were there? How many, I don't know, Nightmare on Elm Streets? How many times Jurassic Parks have you seen? How many, like in the film world, you see an IP become successful on a small budget, get a little bigger, and then just explode. Here's so much of this one thing, and it gets diluted and dumbed down.
Marvel.
And Marvel's a great example. Yes, Marvel's the better recent example. Yes, Marvel, Star Wars, and things that we love, right? Things that we love, and it's just frustrating. And a long ago quote of Jim Sterling, who is all outspoken and very anti-establishment, long ago quote was, "It's not enough for no, it's deep cut, but it's not enough to make a lot of money. You have to make the most money." And how successful was Call of Duty? And now, because they are trying to be even more, now they're getting that whiplash effect of over squeezing, over intensifying, and like Forza, Starfield, Redfall. How many games could they have done a better job with, made more money from, if they had just allowed the creatives to create instead of dipping their upper management hands into?
Yeah, it sucks.
It's frustrating.
It
does. Well, you brought up Vincent Pella, Ains.
Yeah,
you brought up the guy who does not miss. Battlefield 6. He was in charge of it. It's here. It's out to critical acclaim in terms of the experience that people are having. I know a lot of outlets held off because they were wondering and worried about server issues, because that's a time-honored Battlefield tradition to crash. I have it on anecdotal evidence from my good friend Joseph Moran, Kevin, Freight Conductor, etc., that it's going pretty well so far. Campaign, I will quote Jesse from Xbox Era, or paraphrase him, I should say. Campaign, really fun. Maybe not the best writing in the world, but really fun, bombastic, and a good time as far as gameplay. Looks like Battlefield 6 is poised to be a huge success.
Yeah, it's awesome. I no issues yesterday. I played, I think I have 8.5 hours. I played yesterday, which is crazy. And some of my friends played more than that. And it's I'll just say the easiest way to sum it up is some of my best multiplayer memories of friends outside of Halo and maybe Gears, right, is Battlefield. Bad Company 2, Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4 were all GOAT tier games. I mean, just incredible. As many of us have discussed many times, Battlefield 1, 5, and 1 and 5 were not bad games. They just didn't have that same something that the others did. 2042 were, yeah, I mean, they were still good games. You could still have a lot of fun with them. They were just, they didn't have the oomph, or whatever word you want to use, the juice. 2042, we're not even going to talk about. That was just a misstep. There was still, to this day, I was joking last night, that early access alpha for 2042 is the worst AAA experience I've ever had in my entire life. And that's saying something, because I'm freaking old, guys. But 6 is amazing. I had a huge smile on my face last night and throughout the day just playing it. I think I played for like 6 hours straight, not eating or drinking anything, because I was just enjoying myself so much. The maps are good. The guns are good. The sound is incredible. That I had more Battlefield moments yesterday than I had with 2042 in years. It's just, it feels fully back. They nailed it. And I can't wait to see over the next few weeks, because season 1 doesn't actually start until the 28th. When the battle pass hits, they're adding more content. They're adding another map already, and they're just going to keep adding to it. So I'm in heaven right now, man. I can't wait to. I figured we were just going to stream it while we're talking today, honestly. So you're holding me up for my Battlefield.
I apologize. But Joe, before you drop in there, I do want you guys to know, based on the Alinea Analytics email I got,
Oh my God.
October 9th. So 2 days ago. This was 2 days ago information. I thought this was just neat just to see at the time. They had sold 1.8 million before the game came out over on Steam alone.
Jesus. That's
on
awesome.
Steam alone, 1.8 million had already been sold. That's like something, napkin math, $100 million of revenue just on Steam. Battlefield 6 was on or is on 3.5 million wish lists prior to its launch. And goodness knows, based on reviews and word of mouth, where that's going to go from now. Ains, you said it, 750,000 concurrent players on Steam alone
on a
before the
weekday.
weekend. Yeah, before the weekend. Just wild.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great to see this return to form. Joe, you played.
Yeah. Dude, I echo everything that Ains just said yet again. I'm a huge Battlefield fan. So for me, Battlefield peaked with 3. That's my favorite one. I have so many dumb memories of like tank hunting and all that stuff. And I'm still getting my bearings a little bit with this one. I think, a return to form is definitely that. I do have some issues with some of the maps, and maybe those will just grow on me over time. But like, I don't like Brooklyn at all. I think that map is.
Oh, really? I love that map.
Yeah, and again, maybe I've only played it a few times, so I was like, it seems a little bit too chaotic for me.
It is chaos.
But man, the gunplay, like everything feels so good. It just feels like, hey, it's like the pendulum swinging, right? Like you're seeing like all these characters in Fortnite, and while that's fun, and you're seeing Beavis and Butthead and Seth Rogen in Call of Duty, you do want this return of like, let's just do the military stuff, like let's just get back to like the nitty gritty, and that's very much what this is. Like, yeah, the Battlefield moments that I had where like our buddy Kevin and I, we were literally just us two holding like the left flank in a breakout with just us sniping people. Like I had like I think like a 13 kill streak, just doing nothing but just standing my ground and just shooting them as they came by. Like those are awesome. Seeing like a helicopter crash literally right next to me as I'm like taking,
oh dude,
it's like Jesus Christ. And then seeing already people so nasty at like flying the jets and like the helicopters, like absolute game changer, like tacticians over there. So it's just the chaos and all of it just feels so organized at the same time, where it's just, man, it's just so much fun. It's so much fun to be back. And Vince doesn't miss, man. It just, it feels like Battlefield. And while I don't know if it's like, oh my God, this is up there at 3, it's definitely the return to form that I've been really wanting them to go back to. My question for you, Ains, is how do you feel about the open weapons where like, hey, you are a class, you have these gadgets and gizmos, but a support doesn't just have to have a light machine gun. They can have, any weapon as their main weapon.
I know we were talking about this in our behind the scenes chat, right? A big group of us of the Battlefield community at large. I think it's fair to say that they don't like it. He's saying snipe,
yeah, he's saying you're bad at sniping. Herman's calling you out.
Who said that?
Herman's in chat calling you out for bad sniping.
Well, like, Herman hasn't even seen me. What is he talking about?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
He hasn't even bought the game.
Ains, open weapons, you were saying?
Battlefield community in general doesn't like it. Now, I can't tell if that's going to shift. Like, when I first heard it, I was like, that's weird, because it's just traditional in Battlefield with your classes that they have the weapons that kind of fit their persona, if you will.
Yeah.
And so I, like last night, I was running recon at times, but I have like a recon build with an SMG, which is different, like in close quarters, because I can like spot people out. But then if I need to shoot up close, I'm not just using a pistol the whole time. So I don't know, Joe. I'm wondering if people will just kind of come to terms with it, or if they're going to cave and switch it back to locked weapons. There is a locked weapon playlist you can play where they fit their class. But as I said to the guys last night, if it's not the default, it's not going to get played. People don't really care. So I honestly don't have a huge preference either way. I'll play it however they present it.
I mean, for me, it's like I just like my assault weapon and I like playing support. So like that's genuinely my class. And I don't like light machine guns. So I like the open weapons. I think some people on Reddit just want to complain. But like it's and even then, like there still needs to be some type of balancing with some certain weapons, cough shotgun at times. But for the most part, it feels like it's not really impacting the game overall that much. It's just giving more people the the chances to play the way that they want and to just experiment as well. I've seen a lot of people already like drive around with like rigged Jeeps like with C4 attached and just driving them into places and blowing them up.
Love
like
it.
It's awesome. We're so back. Like that's what we want. And at the same exact time, I know they're working on a battle royale. Please don't. You don't need it. Just focus more on here. This is it.
I think it's coming soon. Like I don't think it's soon. No, I don't need it. It feels like they had these 4 studios and they thought we have to have the whole package, which in 2025 is campaign, multiplayer, and battle royale in this shooter. And it's like, you don't really need it. I'm not going to be opposed to it. I'm sure I'll play it, but I've got Conquest, I've got Rush, I've got Breakthrough, Escalation, etc. Those are my modes. And like you said, there's just so many cool things I've already seen. Like, I mean, had a guy try to run me over with an ATV, sniped him off of it. And he goes flying. And then right as his body flies, his jet just literally landed, like you said, got shot out of the air and crashed down into the ATV, exploded in front of me, and it's absolute chaos in the best possible way. There was a tank that was holding down a position and he was driving us nuts. And so I flanked all the way around him and I literally blew up the entire tank from 100 health to 0 with my repair torch. Like he couldn't get away from me. You know what I mean? I was just melting him away. So all those little things that we just loved about Battlefield are here. And that's what makes me the most happy. Is it perfect? No, but it didn't have to be. It just had to bring those moments back.
Now,
I think.
Oh, sorry. Go for it.
If I may, Joe, I think when we talked about like Vince Zampella getting to run the show free of interruption, it reminds me of DC and James Gunn. Like they're like, you know what? We've had our hands in it too much. We messed up. You take charge. You do this. My hope with Battlefield, because Battlefield is known for those Battlefield moments and it's off to a great start. And I mean, I love the beta. I can't wait to dive in and play with you guys tonight. I sincerely hope that we don't get the Black Ops 6 where it launches really well. Everyone's really excited. And then meddling and tweaks and adjustments. You have to have this because we need the money for that. If they overdo it, then we regress as opposed to progress. And that's something I sincerely do worry about because we watched it happen with Call of Duty Black Ops 6, which launched quite well, I thought. And then Beavis and Butthead, and then this mode, and then this and that. To your point of Battle Royale, they don't need it. Why mess with it if it's doing well? Nobody bought that game for Battle Royale. And that engine does not lend itself to it. I do worry about that,
I hope not. Yeah.
My question for you, Ains, what mode have you been playing the most? Have you dabbled in all of them yet or just Conquest?
I'm a Conquest guy. I did play Rush once. I played when I want to just jump in for a quick match. I like Domination. So they have a Domination and King of the Hill playlist, the CQB, I think. So I played that a couple times, but overwhelmingly Conquest. And Escalation's okay. Though it's like if you don't know, it's like a modified Conquest, right? Where you're both trying to get points and then it brings the teams together. So it's interesting. I need to play it more to see if I really like it. Right now, I think what Conquest allows you to do, because you can go anywhere at any time, it's helping me learn the maps. And these maps are huge. There's a lot of angles to them. I mean, it's going to take a long time to really learn where you should be looking, what to look out for, that type of thing. So that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah. I played a few rounds of Breakthrough, and there's been some really like fun gameplay there. Like it's very chaotic, but I also feel like for the most part, defenders have such a strong advantage. It seems like in the early days, where like I think you should be able to, the attackers, once they get the position, be able like to maybe the timer's a little shorter or something, because it does feel like it very much lends itself to, if you're a defender, more than likely you're going to win. But that's been a fun game mode. Conquest, even like there are some times, Clutch can talk about this, like when we were playing last night, it's like, oh, we're doing really well. Oh shit, the team's really doing bad. Those moments, it makes the defeat lessen a little bit. Or there's times where you're doing real bad and the team's just picking you up. Thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been so much fun. It's been so
Yeah, I
much fun.
think I was joking last night. I don't think, there's so many people playing this. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of people new to Battlefield, right? As word spreads. And one thing I wish they did, which, may not be needed for the vets like us, but like explain more of how Conquest works. Because I think what people think is you get a certain number of lives and you're just trying to capture points. But I saw a lot last night. So say like there's like A through G, right? And we'll have A and B and we're getting crushed. Everyone's at B trying to get to C. And it's like, that's not how you need to play the game, because you're just going to bang your head into a wall and keep dying. And then it compounds your loss. You need to spread out, and controlling the points is the key, obviously. And you can actually make a big turnaround, like hundreds of tickets, if you control the vast majority of points. And I think too many people get stuck in that. I died trying to go to C, crap, I'm going to respawn, and they just keep doing it. You know what I mean? And they just keep dying. And it's like, you need to think a little differently. So if you're new to it, think outside the box a little bit. You can go anywhere. You need to take advantage of that flank, get different points, etc. The last thing I'll say on Battlefield, Luke, which I forgot to mention when you're talking about concurrent players, is I believe it was Logan or someone else yesterday said it is the highest concurrent player count for a multiplayer game that was full priced ever. So, because remember, this is a $70 game or $100 game if you bought the Phantom Edition, and it's seeing these kind of numbers on day one, which is pretty wild. It's not free to play or like a $40. You know what I mean? So, pretty crazy.
Yeah. Also, code provided, by the way, I forgot to mention. So, like,
same.
The one thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The one thing that
Mine wasn't. I bought it.
Oh, dumb idiot. No,
well, you're a millionaire, and I'm excited.
Stop it.
How much are those statues in the back? How much for the Onion Man?
I don't have any statues. I got a little Lego head. That's it.
Okay.
Turn the camera around. I dare you.
I can't reach it. Sorry, guys.
Oh, yeah, that's crazy.
It's crazy how that works. Yes, such a little. It's excellent. It's excellent to see it do so well, it being at $70. So like, even though like I got the code, like I made sure I was like, okay, gotta support these guys where I can. Phantom Edition, and then I locked that down. I've just been having that much fun with it. So like, yeah, it's a great time, man. I can't really recommend this game enough. And this is coming from someone I'm like, truthfully, I don't even know I'm gonna touch the single player. It's not. Battlefield's not single player. Yeah, it's like it's not single player. So
all right, you're answering my question. You're not. It's 5 hours. You're not going in for the trophies, the achievements, none of that.
Oh, Joe, for the trophies, I can see. Like, I'm not touching it. But.
That's why I'm
trophies,
asking.
perhaps. But we'll see by November, because again, things are so crazy right now. So Battlefield is gonna be the game where, like, when the boys are on, I'm gonna be playing it. But when we're not, I'm playing Ghost of Yote or other stuff.
So what's interesting here, first of all, big shout out to our buddy Split End. Had a good conversation with him last night as well. Just a great dude. He says Battlefield 6 sucks. COD rules. He's of course saying that in jest, but he is a huge fan of Call of Duty.
I'm sorry.
First of all, Call of Duty's not bad. Let me ask you, why not play the campaign, Joe, specifically? Because you really enjoyed the Call of Duty campaigns.
Sure. I just know what Battlefield's campaigns are like, even like going over, because like they give you a little like cinematic of like, this is what's happening to the world, and essentially the world's gone to shambles because someone shot like the UN ambassador of something bullshit, and then everybody's like, oh, nobody's doing anything, so we're gonna just, the alliance is gonna break, and then now all of a sudden there's this other security force out there called the Pax Romana or whatever, and
it's a PMC.
And now they're gonna fight NATO. It's like it's really like just the premise.
They act like our leadership is that dumb. I mean, come on.
Exactly. Our alliance is that brittle? Are you kidding me?
I'm shocketh.
Exactly. So like, it's just stupid stuff. If only there was an escalator there, that would have stopped them. But nonetheless, just the premise and the excitement. I know what Battlefield is, man. Like,
gotcha.
The campaigns alone are just like, they've always been meh. And so for me, Battlefield is strictly like the multiplayer Conquest, Rush. Yeah.
Well, so All right. You're going to stay with Battlefield. Not really interested in the multiplayer element or the single player element of Battlefield.
Yeah.
You've got Ghost of Yotai in your single player back pocket, but then we also have Ninja Gaiden 4, followed by Keeper and The Outer Worlds 2. Do you see yourselves snagging any of those? I mean, I know Outer Worlds 2 is on both of your radars just by nature of your interests.
No, yeah, Outer Worlds definitely is my most anticipated game after Ghost of Yotai. That was one of our things in the trophy room. It's like most anticipated game that's not Yotai, go. So it's definitely Outer Worlds. Ninja Gaiden I'm interested in, but it's one of those like I'll wait and see. You know, maybe when it comes down in price. I've never been a Ninja Gaiden like stan or fan. I played
Joe,
a bit of the
you don't
2D
have
version.
Game Pass Ultimate?
No, I don't have $30. So
Ah.
I've been, that was a joke. Everybody laugh. It's okay. So yeah, no, it's been, you know, it's one of those games where it's like a wait and see. Keeper is also definitely like, Double Fine's never done it for me. I appreciate them greatly for all the great things that they do, but they've never been my type of game. So I'll wait and see, and maybe that's a I'll pick it up on Steam Deck or, you know, wait till it goes to Switch 2 or something. Yeah, if it does.
Yeah, for me, Outer Worlds 2, I was fortunate to preview it a month ago or whatever that was. And
did they fly you out?
No, I didn't fly out. No.
Okay. Well, I know that people
Disclose
went to Obsidian. That's why I didn't know if you were in that group.
I'm not special. No. I think that's going to be a huge step up from the first game. A number of reasons why, but I'm super excited about that. I love those type of RPGs where you can kind of do your own thing. It feels like a great mix of like Obsidian RPG elements, like the conversational stuff mixed with like arcane level exploration in the levels, which is like a fantastic combination. So I'm pumped about that one. Yote I really want to get to. I think Yote is going to be my holiday game that I get to over, you know, Christmas time. So I'll wait on that one. But Ninja Gaiden, I kind of like Joe, like if nothing else was out, I would jump into Ninja Gaiden with Battlefield, Borderlands, Yote, Outer Worlds 2. There's just not a chance now, and I want us to get through Chronos as well. So there's just too much to play. So Gaiden, maybe I'll play next year at some point. So Keeper's only supposed to be a few hours long, so that should be an easy one, I think.
Yeah, Keeper was a pass for me unless something happens. But I asked that question because it is such a stacked year, but because also for me, like Helldivers, Borderlands, Battlefield, honestly, shout out to Fortnite this year. They did a really good job with their Fortnite stuff. Last year was pretty weak. This year, their Halloween season is really good. There's a lot of live service games that are pulling in users. Marvel Rivals just dropped Daredevil. I don't know. There's just so many live service polls that I'm curious, you know, what happens to some of these single players, because we all said we want single player. That said, Ghost of Yote, which I've never played, but I'm going to tell you that Assassin's Creed Shadows is better because there's no way to like both. It's just impossible. That game doing very well. Like when I pull up the numbers on that one, it is considered a success. Ghost of Yote, 1.6 million copies through to consumers, 2 million when you include sell-ins at retailers, roughly $100 million in revenue already, which is just wild to say the least. I don't know, man. I'm thrilled to see that Ghost of Yote is doing well because Logan was looking forward to it. You were looking forward to it, Joe. I know how much fun I had in a similar world with Assassin's Creed Shadows. I'd never really got into Ghost for one reason or another.
Which is crazy because it's very much like
Arkham, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Definitely.
It was one of those I had done when I played Ghost of Tsushima. I had just done like 3 PlayStation first party games back to back. And this is not a dig because there's a reason those games are popular. And I just rant about how I love Xbox One era Xbox games where they're all very, you know, they are what they are. But there is a formula to a PlayStation first party game.
No, 100%. Yeah, you're gonna be climbing up some walls. You're gonna be squeezing through some open caves. You're gonna be, you know, solving puzzles that are boring. You know, those like as the PlayStation stand. I get it, and those are in Yote. Yeah, it's awesome to see that game's success, and also like that analytics is only tracking, was it North America, Europe, I think. And so like, yeah, just outside of it. So knowing that this has sold outside of, you know, the 2 million mark in its first week, not in the peak of COVID, it's doing really well for itself and in a stacked holiday list, is great, because it's one of my favorite games out this year. And I just, oh man, Atsu is just such a really awesome, compelling character. And you know, I was saying this on Ains' show, and I'll echo it here again. Like, the side content in this game is really good. And while you could definitely see it takes inspirations from The Witcher in terms of its side quests, they're not as deep, but there are some moments, there are definitely some like side missions where you walk to, and you know, you experience, and it kind of helps map out who Atsu is better and what she's going through. And you kind of feel like at times they're kind of like, it's changing her motives. So yeah, for anybody who's like, oh, it's just a revenge tale, oh, it's an angry female, whatever, it's like, nah, man, it's so much, it is so much deeper than that. And
wait, is that are people being productive enough to say angry female game?
Yeah, you know, you know what the unwashed are doing. You know what the unwashed are doing, man. They don't bathe. There's one guy that makes money off of being angry that minorities and women are in video games, and so you got a bunch of losers wanted to jump in on that.
Yeah, so stupid.
I know, they're so dumb. Get laid. But anyway, this game, super special. I'm really enjoying my time with it, and I'm really interested to see where this game will fall when I beat it, because Ghost of Tsushima is one of my favorite games this ever. I love it. It got me really into like the Japanese culture and history, and actually my dumb nerdy ass going up and looking up like a whole bunch of historical facts on Japan afterwards, just because I was just, you know, captured by what that game did. And now it's like Japan, Tsushima Island, and now Izo probably on the list of like places I definitely want to see before I die. Like, it's definitely the bucket list thing. But yeah, no, shout out to Atsu, shout out to Erica, because she is so good in this role, man. She's so good.
I've heard nothing but amazing things about it. So
Yeah.
it was really hard over the last week since release to not buy it. So I'm just holding off because I know I just don't have time to play it.
I really hope there's a Blue Eye Samurai like gear in this game, because those two characters, if you have not watched that Netflix, go watch that Netflix show. It's so good, because there's so much parallels between both of those characters.
The name of the show? Did you say the name?
Blue
of
Eye Samurai.
Samurai.
I thought you were saying that you just want gear that has
No,
okay,
no.
I'm sorry.
It's similar, like Kurosawa inspired revenge tale of like a half Japanese, half European Ronin that's going in for revenge, and she's incredibly badass. And so I would love to see that type of like crossover, or like, I don't know, Easter egg, I don't know, in Yote. It's a good time. Yeah.
Well, go ahead. Ains, please.
I was just gonna. Are you staying on Yote? Because I was gonna switch to a different game.
Go for it.
Okay, I just.
We
Shut your mouth, Luke. Shut your mouth.
You.
I know this is your show.
Well, no, I was gonna ask. Did you pick up the Assassin's Creed Shadows DLC, or are you guys planning to play that? Because it timed coincidentally or not near Ghost of Yote, so I was curious if there had been comparisons. That's all.
No, I have not picked up the DLC. I don't know if I will, to be honest. Not to say I didn't like Shadows. I love Shadows, but it's just there's just been so much.
Yeah,
your game of the year right now,
I did the
Luke?
prologue. That's your game of the year? Okay, I did the prologue and I haven't touched it since.
Oh man, I lived in Shadows and I loved it.
Nice.
Okay.
I've heard great things. I think Bacon's playing it right now too, on the side of Battlefield. So, and he's loving it. So, I was going to simply call it, this is a much smaller game, but I wanted to call it out because it's the only game we've given a 10 to this year. And it is sitting at like nearly a 90, I think, on OpenCritic, and it's going to get lost in the sea of all the games we're talking about, which is a little game called Absalom. This is a side-scrolling beat 'em up when you look at it, but it's also a deep roguelite as well. So it mixes those kind of genres between like those who remember Dragon's Crown or the old D&D games side, beat 'em up, but then it has all these roguelike elements. And our reviewer, we played it at Summer Game Fest. We previewed it and then we reviewed it, and he's in love with it. I've spoken to some other reviewers who just absolutely adore this game, and so many people are trying to scream like, "Don't sleep on this game or ignore it in the sea of everything else we're talking about because it's that good." It's got a soundtrack that's composed by like 4 composers from Halo, Dark Souls, and Elden Ring. And like the soundtrack is supposedly like one of the greatest all year, maybe, in years. So it's just a lot of things about it that are supposed to be quite amazing. So please don't sleep on that one.
Mm-hmm. We played that at SGF. I liked it, and I recently saw a headline. I did not read an article on it, so I saw a headline. So fill in the gaps for me, please. Like the developers said, they just didn't have the resources, and it wasn't worth it to do something with Xbox because of the install base or the purchase rate or something like that. Like
I think it's on Xbox, but is it on Xbox? But you can't buy physical on Xbox because you can buy physical on PS5 and Switch. I know,
Okay,
but I'm not sure if it's not on there at all. I haven't actually looked.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it's Dotemu Tribute Games, guys who made Streets of Rage 4 and Shredder's Revenge, and like it's like a dream team of these 2D kind of games that came together to make this, and apparently it shows. So I've only played the demo, but our reviewer has put a countless amount of hours into it and adores it. So
oh yes,
for any listener, if you see Dotemu on a project or Tribute Games on a project, it's going to be some 2D.
It's going to be good.
It's going to be good.
Ninja Gaiden Ragebound,
yeah,
Shinobi, right? Art of Vengeance. I mean, they're just crushing it.
Ragebound I need to go back to. I loved that game, but I just put it down for something else at the time.
Same.
So
I think I was playing it and then Silksong came out. It's just wild. Yeah.
It's just stupid this year. Joe, earlier you mentioned the Unwashed, and I'm about to go on a rant.
Okay.
We got word this past week that Ubisoft, icons of clarity and great leadership, recently canceled or put on hold development of a game Assassin's Creed game where essentially you'd be playing in the Deep South, and it would be post Civil War, and a black man would be recruited to infiltrate the Deep South and eventually, work against the KKK. And it was canceled due to American political climates and tensions because they didn't think it would do well in the wake of the backlash against Assassin's Creed Shadows having a black samurai. Yasuke, thank you. I find that one infuriating because since when did fighting the KKK appear to be bad? Like, it's like Nazis bad. They're great video game fodder. Why not? The idea that you shouldn't say that or can't say that or won't say that is ludicrous and embarrassing for any company. Second of all, the part that is probably more got more foundation to an argument. Assassin's Creed has been in this time period and locale twice now already, with Black Flag DLC being in the Caribbean, I believe, as a black man playing through working with and against slaves or against
liberation and freedom.
Thank you. And then you had, the Vita game that was eventually ported to consoles. They've done this already to a minor extent. This would have been a fully fleshed out version. The idea of going to the Deep South and infiltrating it sounds like elite Assassin's Creed. I would have loved to see what they would have done with that. And I'm just devastated by the idea that we're missing out on a game because of political tensions. Are you kidding me? Did Shadows not sell well? Like, what? Did people not buy Wolfenstein because you killed Nazis? Like, beyond me at this point that we're worried about that.
Yeah. And also, like, thank God I'm not going to censor this. I'm sorry. But also, for the people that doesn't
watch.
All right, fine. Those people, though, like, those people are the worst.
Thank you.
Yes. Those people, like, genuinely, like, you're worried about what? One YouTuber and one streamer that literally doesn't bathe and has cockroaches in there. Like, how about instead of working with that guy, because it's how about you go somewhere else and advertise your wares?
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing that really pisses me off. Is like, political. There's nothing political of saying like, hey, I don't think the KKK exists and it should exist, and they're bad people.
They are
there's
bad
nothing.
People. Yes, like this.
Yeah. Oh, we shouldn't have violence against. If they're a Nazi, go punch them in the face. I don't give a shit. They're Nazis. They're awful people. Like genuinely, these people don't think that like I should exist because my mustache doesn't connect. These are the same people that forced my grandmother to drink in a coloreds only, water fountain. Like these people can go to hell. I don't care about them nor their feelings, and they're all just smelling ugly, dumb losers because they're just jaded because the world has moved past them. Yeah, like and at the same exact time, it's like, well. And we say all this because Ubisoft's spineless, their leadership is spineless. At the same exact time, do we even trust Ubisoft to tell a tale that's actually going to speak to some real, issues of that time?
Well, that's where I go back to precedent, Joe, because my emotional response is like, screw all those guys. But my logical response is also, they've done this before reasonably well. They did a great job with Yasuke in Assassin's Creed Shadows. They told a wonderful tale where you had a black samurai and then a female ninja effectively moving through, their stories being interwoven well. I thought that was a very good representation of that. And obviously I'm very high on that game, but it's just strange to me that you would see leadership do this when the game made money. Like, leadership does not care about like feelings and emotions and doing the right thing. They care about results, data-driven monies. Well, the Shadows did extremely well financially, so that's where I'm even more flabbergasted. And so I guess that's just the frustration. But plus, like, and I don't know how to pronounce the name, Kusanagi. I don't know if I just swore in a different language. Wolfenstein and Sniper Elite. Thank you very much. Wolfenstein and Sniper Elite thrive on taking down Nazis. Yeah, it's the entire premise, and they're fun games. So I guess when I heard and saw this, I shook my head in frustration, because it's no stranger to being frustrated with Ubisoft, but they've done a good job with this part. They set Far Cry 5 in a setting where you're supposed to hate the crazy hillbilly white people. And I'm just confused again why now we're worried about it. They should not care who's in political power when they're getting they're selling copies. That's the part I'm just even more like, what? So
that's because they're now half bought by Tencent, and so they don't want to pull any, they don't want to take any swing. So they're just like, hey, we don't want to offend anybody or be connected to literally any type of thing that's happening in this moment that could hurt this game's sales, because I mean, our very survival as a company depends on it. But even then, like,
yeah,
come on,
yeah.
Ains, you're the whitest person on the panel. What do you think?
Yeah.
I don't have anything to add. I've read this.
Well, big surprise.
I think they were right to cancel. Just listen. No, I joked with people the other day. I said I would have reviewed this. I would have bought multiple copies to give away to people. And I would have bought all the DLC and ranted about how great this game was, even if it wasn't that good. But I don't get it. I said, hell, just give me a horde mode where I'm just killing Nazis at this point, or the KKK. I don't get it either. You guys already said it. It's very frustrating. I'm exhausted with this political climate and timeline we find ourselves in. And we really need leadership at some of these companies and corporate places what you said, Luke, is, a lot of them are spineless and they're just focused on the bottom line for whatever reason. But I don't know. There was a developer that came out yesterday or the day before. I don't know if you guys saw, but on Steam, it's a small game. But basically, people were calling the game like woke and, don't buy this as DEI, sweet baby, all the, buzzwords they throw around. And the developers responding to every one of them and be like, I wish we could refund you because we don't want you playing our game. Go away. You're a terrible person.
Love it.
And which is awesome. And we just need more of that. We need more people speaking out. So it is frustrating to know that Ubisoft had that opportunity and just canceled it.
Was it Ubisoft, boys? Remind me, didn't they, like, their social media account, like, roasted a deeply conservative politician, and then their sales skyrocketed? Do you remember this moment? It occurred. Someone in chat, please help me, or the comment section. I know this happened. There was a big game coming out. I do think it was Ubisoft's Shadows. But like, they roasted a deeply conservative person for saying something just ludicrous against their games, but in the same vein, Ains. And like even like every company's social media person was like, pay attention to this, like watch this happen because the sales went up. So I just wish that I remember. So X Bacon Gaming says bought Shadows because it was Ubisoft and Shadows.
Yeah.
Yes, that did happen. And so again, it's just like, what message did you take away from that? Elon. Elon. That's what it was. They roasted Elon. Thank you, Bacon.
Good.
And you know, to go behind what Ains just said of like, listen, every single day it's like something new's happening, and one company's doing this, some company's doing that, and you get so tired. And it brought me back to a quote from my favorite show, Andor, which is, the pace of repression outstrips our ability to understand it, and the real trick of the imperial thought machine is it's easier to hide behind 40 atrocities than a single incident. It's just so much bad is happening and it feels overwhelming, but just keep supporting the people that bring you happiness and that bring up good causes and help lift people up and lift voices up. That's how we start it. So we find strength in each other, my friends. And so when we see things like this, it's like, okay, so how can I negate dumb, Gamo family? Well, how about, I go out there and buy Hades too, because they're out there, fighting the good fight. Maybe I go out there, I buy Expedition 33, help support some ex-Ubisoft developers, or go play it, whatever, if you have Game Pass, like put some time into some games that are not just doing things differently, but speaking differently too.
By the way,
Yes.
Sorry, Luke. I pulled up the tweet. I was looking for it, or the post. So basically, Elon was responding to good old Grums and some other trash people. And he basically called them sellouts. And then he said Elon said objectively he is promoting a terrible game just for the money. Obviously, he hadn't played the game. Assassin's Creed account, the official account, said, "Is that what the guy playing your Path of Exile 2 account told you?"
Love it.
And that's the thing. It's like all these people. Awesome. It's like the thing that gets me so frustrated is like literally it's just 4 people that are ruining video games right now, right? Just those 4 people, nobody questions their gamer score. Nobody questions their trophy list. No one questions what games they're playing or goes, hey, maybe you should put out a snippet of your gameplay just on socials, see what, whatever. It's just them complaining. They don't play games. Hell, Grums isn't even making a game. They're just siphoning money off a dumb, unwashed
he was attempting to make a game. It wasn't a game,
sure.
But he was attempting to.
Got some AI pictures out there for you to prove it. So like, these people aren't gamers. You should call them out for it. They're not gaming. They really just want to be propelled into the political landscape so that they can make a bigger grift there. And all of them fail at that. That's it. So, they're all dumb.
In the course of this conversation, I dropped below 3,000 subs on we just hit 3K on XEP. We dropped below.
Are you joking?
No, I dropped on 299.
Good.
During that. Good. Didn't meet him. Didn't want him.
You lost that one guy that somehow stumbled upon here in the wrong context. Where he took one of our jokes seriously. Like he's like, yeah, I really like these guys.
Or he's like, no, I was happy Ubisoft. Yeah.
He's like, that Ains guy looks all right.
I saw Ains. That's right. He's like, that Ains fella. He's looking good.
Keep up the good fight, brother.
That's my people on that panel.
Man, it's just cursed.
Ubisoft
Cursed looking this way.
Jesus.
I saw it, but I didn't get to talk about it. My buddy David Burnett said, he's playing Dying Light the Beast. That's one of the games that's probably going to get missed. I'm so stoked to play Dying Light the Beast. That's a game. Excuse me, I'm yawning. Terrible time.
How dare
I really do want to play that. I really want to play Dying Light the Beast, but I finished up Silent Hill F. I only beat it once. Apparently, I didn't beat the game because I only beat it once. I got to play it 4 more times before I get the real ending. That's such a stupid game design. I don't care what you people say.
No,
that game was amazing, though.
I really did end up liking it. I'm not great with Eastern writing. I did a couple times. It's
definitely fully embraced in that culture, no doubt.
100%. But you could see its quality. Like, I prefer Western storytelling usually, and I was still like, I get it. I'm here for it. I did need an ending explained, just to help me out a little bit, because it was so obscure. But really enjoyed Silent Hill F. Recommended. Started Chronos. I'm only 30 minutes into Chronos and I'm already loving it. I'm like, let's go. Chronos New Dawn. I see what you're about and I'm here for it.
It's more challenging than Silent Hill. I got to a part where like I was getting overrun and I'm like, gee, I was fighting for my life. I'm like, oh man, this game's not pulling any punches.
And there's no difficulty settings.
No,
and you cannot miss. Do not miss. You cannot miss.
I actually died and I respawned and I'm like, holy crap, I'm like 25 minutes back. I'm like, all right, I gotta like lean forward here. It's time to focus.
Yep.
Isn't that such a gamer thing for us to do? It's what I do with Fortnite. Like I have this recliner right behind me, right? Then I have the computer chair that I have. When we're playing in Fortnite, I start off in the recliner, and then when things start getting heated, right, I move to this chair and I hunch over like this. Like I'm just, let's go.
Oh my god!
I was.
We found out about our buddy Suddy. You know how we always tell you Suddy's bad at video games?
Yeah.
We found out why. He plays laying down.
What?
Wild.
So it started, and now you're gonna feel like a bad person. It started when he was on dialysis.
I don't feel
right. Like that was his like he had to lay around.
So like, have you seen me? I don't feel bad about this thing.
Chair, and then since then, by the way, he's been off dialysis for years. He still plays laying down. We found out one time after he's like, sorry guys, I should sit up. We're like, what? Wait, what?
Sit up.
The thing is, that's awful for like Sonny. That's awful for your posture, brother.
Yeah,
like you're gonna be a hunchback. You're just gonna be like this when you're 70, dude.
God. Yeah, that's crazy. I've got a dual monitor set up here, and I was playing Battlefield last night, and at one point, like it was super tense, it was like down to the wire, all hell was breaking loose. And I realized, I'm not joking, like I was like this. Like, I had like the screen right in front of my face, and I was like, dude, I gotta back up. Like I couldn't even see my whole monitor. I was that close.
Do you wear glasses?
I do wear glasses, but I don't usually wear them when playing because my close vision's fine.
Gotcha. This is not an ad read. I will tell you, the blue light glasses have saved my eyes.
I have used them. Yeah, I have. Okay. I have a bunch of them. I don't know. Sometimes I have, sometimes I don't.
I've been wearing them because I'm on screens just so much now, and like to me, like I'm getting like I'm twitchy just thinking about you like leaning up against your, like, oh gosh.
Well, that's what I do sometimes when I'm podcasting. I definitely need like those glasses because like there'll be times where you guys start getting blurry and I just go like this, or you see me go like that, like on a pod. It's just because, you guys start getting blurry. I don't know.
I look like Jeffrey Dahmer. They finally sent me the ones that don't do the full, like, and I have the Dahmer look, but it's so worth it. I'm here for it. Like, fine, it helps. It helps.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I may need to try it because what I find is so much is happening in Battlefield. I do this with finals too. I'm getting closer and closer because I'm really trying to pinpoint, certain where people are, where they're shooting from, especially in Battlefield, snipers and stuff. Before I know it, I'm like trying to jump into the screen. So.
Yeah. Do you ever do the thing? So I've been playing a lot of Sonic Racing Crossworlds.
I've heard it's great.
Dude, goated kart racer. I don't like. I apologize to no one. That is my favorite kart racer of all time. And I love Mario Kart 8. I love Sonic Racing Transform, Double Dash. Like I do. There are a lot of kart racers that I really love. Crossworlds is amazing, but I'm doing the thing where like I'm in that last little like straightaway, 3 people next to me, and I like lean forward, like I can make the car go faster. I'm like, come on, and I like get real like small.
Dude, I was doing that last night. We were like holding a point down to Joe's point. There's like snipers and the sound's so good as always, right? So you're like hearing these bullets whiz by the rocks, and at one moment I sit like this when I'm playing, and I was like this.
You're like
I was like ducking in my chair, like and I'm like, what the hell am I doing?
Oh, dude, it's great. I love those. Those are how you are really enjoying a game.
Yeah, it's just awesome.
Where you're locking in, and for me, that's like why I move around chairs so much. I'm so concerned about my posture because I got a bad neck, so like I gotta like constantly move around and get readjusted. Because like if I go like this, I get paranoid. Oh, I'm gonna give myself a stick neck, or I'm gonna be like, again, like Sonny when I'm 70 and just be a hunchback if I keep doing.
Yeah, you know what I don't do while gaming multiplayer? Lay down.
It's so weird.
we gotta invest in a chair for Sonny.
Yeah, I get to see him, by the way, next weekend.
I know.
I'm jealous.
Cool. So next weekend we're doing something called Scarewinds, which is the park's Carowinds. We're doing it's their Halloween version.
Oh, okay.
Scarowinds, right? But the Suddies are coming down. Joe's not. And my buddy Kev and I are going there. Hometown Hero in the chat. Like, we're all gonna go and do like the haunted parks and stuff. So Logan will have
Joe, why aren't
XCP
you
next
going?
week.
Get your shit
So
together.
tell him why, because I'm by the way, I'm gonna defend Joe on this because this is why I could not go back out to LA.
Yeah,
remember I couldn't take that second trip.
It pretty much it comes down to money and the dumb real ID stuff here in the States, where you either have to get a passport, which at the time was $160 to get an express version of the passport. Or I have to wait 9 months to get my real ID so that I could travel within this within the country.
Which
And
you
so I
should
was like,
do
9
anyway. Like, go,
I need.
that's
to,
the thing, Ains.
And so I was
all
like,
these states
oh,
are backed up.
Let me go take a train. How much is a train? You know, $123 just to get on a train that it takes 14 hours to go down. And I'm like, for one day, whew. And then another, I think it was like $160 to go back up, plus hotel, plus I have to deal with Luke, you know. Gotta bring him snacks.
All right, I get it now. Now I get it. All right,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Fidget spinners.
But yeah, remember I couldn't go back out. That I got invited to like we got back from LA, and like 3 days later they're like, "Hey, we'll fly you back if you want to come see XYZ." And I was like, "They won't let me look at my ID." And like I had an appointment for later, but all the states are backed up because of real ID. So
Sucks.
Yeah, I got that when they first offered. I didn't know it was like that. I didn't know it was that bad.
First of all, Freight Conductor very judgmental in chat. They've been telling you to get real ID for domestic flights.
They have. I got mine
for
a
the
long
last
time
decade.
ago.
First of all, I don't like your tone. Okay, start with that. Second of all, I can't read.
And thirdly, I don't travel much. This has been I think the last 2 years has been the where I've actually like flown the most. So
Yeah.
I didn't even know real ID was a thing. I was like, oh, okay, well,
Yeah,
that's
because you needed even to go. Yeah, you needed to do certain things, and then you
Government
even need
buildings.
a passport to get into. You used to be able to get into Canada and Mexico,
Canada,
I believe, with just your ID, but now you need a passport to do that, I believe, too, right?
yeah.
Something like that. Get your passport though. You should have one, especially given everything else.
And the thing that I know, right? The thing that sucks is my passport expired in August. So after this month, because money's a little tight, I'm gonna go buy my passport. I'm not gonna mess with the real ID. I'm just gonna use a passport.
Yeah, look at all these people that are more responsible than us in chat.
Oh wow.
Rude.
Don't associate me with these two.
Boys. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say you don't need to do the express thing for your passport. It comes in like 2 weeks anyway. I just did it earlier this year because mine had to be renewed before I went to England. And it's like 70. I think it's 70 or $80 to renew. Don't do the express thing. It's not worth it.
Yeah, no, I'm doing my passport, and then I gotta like use Duolingo or something. I gotta learn Spanish because I'm gonna try to become a dual citizen to Spain because it makes inheritance stuff easier. So
I's gonna be at your
becoming a
door
dual
in 6
citizen to
minutes.
the UK.
Exactly. You want to go where?
All right, boys.
I'm gonna text my buddy real quick, Joe.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just
All
like
right, let me get
Ains,
my
I'll tell
frog
you that.
suit. It's in the closet.
Last thing, boys, because we are winding out here and we've been doing shorter shows the last few weeks. We're on the eve of the Xbox Ally X. I know some people are out there reviewing it. I'm going to shock you. XEP did not get a review unit of this $1,000 console.
The $1,000 unit, yeah.
Yeah, it's good. I can't imagine why not. But I'm curious, are either of you interested in getting it? And how you feeling about Xbox hardware?
You want to end on that question?
Expound.
That's such a good episode.
He's like, we're winding down. How do you feel about Xbox hardware? Like, what?
I just curious. Are you guys getting it?
No.
No interest.
Travis is.
Nice.
And
for
Steve,
review or for fun?
he's buying it to be able to cover stuff on it. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Because he does reviews. Steve at SG just went to the New York event they held with Asus to show it off. So he's going to be doing an article on like the prototypes, how they got here. So he learned a lot about it this past week. He just happens to be in New York, so it worked out. So he was very positive on it. He said he may sell his Steam Deck for it. And if you know
Oh.
Steve, he's a big PC guy and Steam guy, so that's a compliment in itself. The one thing he said he didn't like about it is the screen itself is smaller than you would think. It's smaller than the Switch 2. He had them side by side, the screen. So it looks like the screen looks like it's as big as the Switch 2, but the usable screen isn't.
Oh, so it's
apparently
big, thick bezels.
Big and thick, man. I'm surprised you're not getting it. That the yeah, I can't justify
mom
it
for a reason.
Hey,
Oh.
well, that's why she's so depressed.
Yeah.
I can't justify it. I'm not a big portable gaming guy. I use a handball. I have the Switch 2. I have the Portal. I use those sparingly. And when I play the Switch 2, I play it on my TV anyway. So yeah. And I have a gaming laptop now. So when I travel for work, I set that up in the hotel and I play Xbox or PC games natively. You know what I mean? So I don't really need one.
Yeah, same. I mean, for me, it's like I have my Switch 2. That Switch 2 is actually, I didn't think it would. It's had me put down my Steam Deck in a very long time.
It's a nice piece of hardware.
It's a real, yeah, it really is. I got the kill switch on it, the improved version. So I don't have any need, especially for the games that I'm planning to play on the go. It's not it's not like Ghost of Yote or anything like that. So it's a pass on that. What do I feel about the future of the Xbox hardware? I think they'll keep making them. I just think they're going to be incredibly niche for folks that really want something that emulates, the functions of a PC without the cumbersome UI of a PC. And if that speaks to you, then there you have it. But I don't see Xbox hardware anything more than that. Things got to be expensive.
Yes.
Yeah, I think on, you said the future of Xbox hardware. I've said this before, so I'll be as quick as possible. We know they're making a new console, right? We know that. And Sarah Bond came out to clarify, as they always have to do, which it's part of the annoying part of the community is they speculate, then they report on speculation as if it's factual, and then Xbox or other companies have to come out and say, well, that's not true. But they don't say it that way. They have to just clarify. So she came out, if I recall, and keep me honest here, but she came out and basically said, we are investing in the next generation of hardware, including consoles that we are manufacturing ourselves. So basically saying the next console from Xbox will be made by Xbox. It's not going to be made, because I know we talked with Wally and some others, like it's going to be a third-party console like the ROG Ally in home form. But I think Xbox is basically saying that's not true. What I do think will happen is they will release a console with a modified version of this Xbox UI that they're launching with the ROG Ally. So a hybrid UI that can be used across devices and PC that'll eventually bring their Xbox PC app and their console and mobile UI and app together as one. And within that, as you've seen, they are, in fact, I have my Xbox app open right now. So it pulls in my Steam games, my Epic games, my GOG games, etc. So I think that their goal is to really give you just a set top or tabletop box that'll basically be a mini PC, right? Mid-range PC that will pull in other storefronts. Now, if they can accomplish that in console form, where I can hook up a console, still somehow get plug and play capability, unlike a PC, but still pull in the other storefronts, that'll be the trick. If they can manage that, they will have a big winner on their hands, at least for me personally. I don't know if it's going to go that smoothly, but we'll see. That's what I think they're going to do, though.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, gentlemen, it's about that time. I do want to point people towards my Outer Worlds 2 interview with the dev team. There was a sweet little nugget that nobody's latched onto yet, but I'll tell you guys now for anyone that is listening. 343 consulted with the Outer Worlds 2 team on their gunplay back when they were 343, and they recently the Outer Worlds 2 team recently visited with Ninja Theory and Kojima Productions for future projects.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
God dang.
Neat little nugget there, huh? Yeah. I thought that was
Don't
fun.
let Kojima direct it, but otherwise I like it.
Let him direct it. Okay.
So I just thought that was I want to point people to that.
I will say, as much as I joke about Kojima, that more updated. The Knock trailer they did for OD, whatever that horror game's going to be. That was a cool trailer, man.
Yeah,
that was really cool. So
yeah, agreed.
And yes, the gunplay in Outer Worlds 2 is much improved over 1. So is the movement. It feels more like it should for a first-person RPG with guns.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Based on your preview, I got you.
Yep.
Joseph Moran, what you got going on over at the trophy room, my friend?
Find out more in the days to come, but until then, you can find the Trophy Room of PlayStation podcast, where two of my best friends and myself talk about the latest and greatest in all things PlayStation. We're cooking, and if some of the things hit the way that they should hit, my word, fingers crossed. But it may be a really great month for us. So keep your ears to the ground for that. Keep us, keep yourself notified. Go to youtube.com/PS Trophy Room or Apple or podcast services, wherever you find the Trophy Room of PlayStation podcast. So, yeah. And you know where to find me. You guys know I'm here all the time.
There we go. Cool.
There you go.
Mr. Bowden, what do we got going on at Season Gaming?
SG's been cooking, honestly. So we have reviews up of all kinds of stuff. So the new Digimon, Absolum, which I mentioned, Little Nightmares 3 we did this week. We did a reflection on Sword of the Sea, which we did a good video on. We've got a preview of Marvel Cosmic Invasion that Steve did. We're going to be covering, as I said, the ROG Ally from Xbox. I think an article will be up this week on that. I'm not sure what the embargo is. Hopefully I didn't break something already. And then all the games we just talked about, other games that I can't say yet in the near future, we're covering as well. We got people working on all kinds of stuff. So the team's been amazing. Big shout out to the crew at SG. They're really stepping up in a number of ways. So it'd be awesome if you could just swing by the site, swing by the channel, check things out. That's all I ask. Because right now I've been really in kind of management and coordination mode. I'm not doing a lot of content myself, just due to time, but the team's crushing it. So that's about it.
There you go.
Oh, and also, guys, I'm sorry. One more little. We're doing a Lego party stream in I think 30 minutes.
Fantastic game.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Kyle
That's a fun game.
And Mr. Light. I think we're all gonna jump and play some Lego party. So come in, chat with us while mayhem ensues.
Is that on Twitch or YouTube?
I think both. We're going to try to do both.
Cool.
Okay. And just a shout out at Summer Game Fest that SG did beat Trophy Room. So that's what we do. Light came in third. Me and Alex took first and second.
Complete hearsay allegations. I don't even know. Yeah. They sent me this. They were very nice.
That is nice. Yeah. Good for you.
What is it? I didn't see it.
It's a physical game. I haven't seen one of those in decades.
Who sent you that?
The Lego party team.
Oh, you son of a bee. That's awesome.
I sense jealousy. All right.
I do. Yeah, I'm jealous. We got codes for it, which is awesome. But physical, I would have taken a copy. What the hell's going on?
I guess.
I don't
know. They just like me more. I don't know. They used us in their promotional GIF. So
Ains,
cool.
You can order from the PlayStation Store and not get kicked back. So can I.
Yeah.
Can you do that?
Shut up. No, shut up.
Yeah. The Yote plates. Which
that's crazy.
After we
do
go
they look
offline.
good?
No, just let's talk about it offline.
Oh shoot. Okay. Yikes.
Alrighty, guys. That is going to be it for us. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your week. Take care.